Marhaba, Khalil from Nirja, or Jim Saab. You're watching Bollywood Hangama.
Jim has what I hold in high esteem for an actor, and that is interiority, where you wonder what is going on in the inner workings of the actor's mind in such a way that it's mesmeric, and as an audience you find it seductive and surprising yet real. The greatest actors have this quality, and Jim is blessed that he does too. Well, that's what Ram Madhwani, the director of Nirja, has said about Jim Saab. If you're not able to recognize the guy, he's the dreaded terrorist called Khalil from Nirja, who just made the life hell for Nirja, that is Sonam Kapoor. Jim, huge pleasure to have you on Bollywood Hangama first.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
And we'll come to the enormous impact that you've left. But what do you have to say about this I think, very nice analysis of Ram Madhwani about interiority, that inner workings of the actor's mind? How have you managed to just do that? This is your first film, I believe.
Yeah.
You've done theatre before.
I've done theatre before. I have acted in another film as well, but it hasn't had a release. You know, it premiered at the Rotterdam Film Festival.
What's the name?
It's called Ajeeb Ashik.
Ajeeb Ashik.
Yeah, but it's different. It was an improvised piece. There was no preparation. It was just come be this girl's boyfriend, you know.
Right.
Based on your first meeting with her, try to imagine how the whole relationship will pan out. So we met, I kind of, you know, saw what I had to see. Then she would say things like, now start a fight. You know, for example, we've just met, you know, but like if I have to now pick a fight with you, how would I do it, you know? Like what kinds of things would I say based on already our first meeting? It's like...
you should not symbolize Khalil. Actually, that you should not pick up fights just like that.
No, of course not. But like in a relationship, one does have fights, you know.
Right.
So it was like that. And what was interesting is the amount of true things you can find out about a person already from first sit down, you know. Like already now, like if I had to pick a fight with you, I already have some things that I could start to say that I know will get under your skin.
Right.
I know it already, just from sitting opposite you. Same as you already know some things about me that will probably get under my skin.
No, I don't actually.
Well, I mean, if we took a few seconds, you'd probably be able to find them. I'm not going to attack you.
Please. I've seen Nirja twice actually, and you can be quite scary. You don't look scary right now. Okay, but coming to what Ram Madhwani has said about the entire, somewhere he's saying that the entire internalizing aspect, because many people have felt. I'll come to a few remarks later, but you've become the character somewhere. You actually look like that dreaded terrorist, and you're speaking the Arabic language the way you're speaking it. It doesn't look from anywhere that you're not a terrorist.
I'm very happy with what he's had to say, especially because I respect him so much. I don't know, I started to figure at some point that unpredictability is like the key for this character, you know. So then it became about mostly hiding what is going on inside of his head. Just letting it go, and then choosing certain moments to let it come out in so much force that suddenly you're taken aback, you know. But apart from that, more or less just like efficiency of gesture, efficiency of action, because he's the same way. He doesn't want to expend too much energy because he needs to preserve it, because he knows this mission is going to take a long time,
right?
You know, things like that. So I just applied certain rules, and mostly like rules of animal fighting more than anything else.
Looks like it.
To like the character.
Looks like it. Did you go through any auditions? Were you
yeah, I auditioned.
To a casting director?
Kanika Berry called me in. She's the casting director.
Okay.
And she'd seen me in, I think, maybe a play, but she'd called me in for an ad audition a while ago, like maybe 2 years. Never heard back for the ad. Thought she'd forgotten who I was. And then she called me in for the audition. I gave the audition. And I got called in the next day to meet with the associate director, Vinod Rawat, who is going to be handling the actor workshops. I met with him. He sat there with one plate full of meat, and he said, now, you know, tell me, improvise the scene. What's happening? Say you're the leader, I'm your subordinate. You've come over here, you're telling me the plan of how to hijack the plane. I'm sitting in one dhaba, I'm eating. So I was like, okay. Kaisa hai bhaijan? You know, and he was like, मैं तो ठीक हूँ, you know. And I think he was expecting me to come and be like, okay, you know, terrorist, and okay, this is going to be the plan, or you know, whatever. And I just was talking to him normally, so he got happy that this guy is just talking to me normally. So he took the track of, yeah, we're friends discussing a plan. And for me it was like, yeah, that's what we are friends discussing a plan. There is no such thing as terrorist. Terrorist is just one man who has a plan and carries out the plan. Who needs to be angry until you get on the plane in front of everybody? No reason.